Well, we're trying to find ways to build, to become better. And, I think you can look at that game and see a lot of mistakes that we can correct, but we're trying to also find the positives that we have and work with those and build on top of those. So, I'm disappointed in the outcome, proud of our effort. We didn't have focus for 40 minutes, especially defensively, especially in the third quarter. But if we can close the gap and maybe get a couple more minutes of good focused basketball in the next game, we'll be better off.
I guess one of the big positives is being down by 11 and coming back and having momentum going into halftime and grabbing the lead early in the second half.
Yeah, we've shown that when we get down, our kids still fight. Our kids play hard still, and we've done that in several games. Maybe the next step is not dig ourselves a little bit of a hole that we have to climb out of. But I did like the effort, and I like the competitiveness of our team to hang in there and keep trying to get stops and keep trying to score and trying to make plays. So, yeah, I think there was some positive there.
Coach, obviously right on the other side of that, the Coyotes going 11 of 12 in that quarter. What was going on for you guys during that stretch?
Well, there are a lot of teams that could take 12 shots in a quarter and not make half of them unguarded. And obviously we were trying to guard. We just were a step late. We had a few breakdowns and lost focus. We lose our best player a couple times. She gets open for shots. I think that's what we saw. We saw a really good team capitalize on our defensive mistakes. And that's what good teams do. They take advantage of your mistakes. And I will say, hats off to them, because they still had to make shots. And they did it.
Doesn't pop necessarily on the score sheet, but I thought that the kind of sparks you guys in the first half was Ellie Ruffin, which took the charge, and then hit the three of the next possession after that, and that really got the team rolling. Can you comment a little bit about her play?
Yeah, it was really good to see Ellie come in and knock a couple shots down. Ellie plays and works so hard. She's a really good teammate. She practices hard. She puts in extra time. So it was really good to see that pay off and being able to knock down a couple shots and take that charge. So those are high energy plays. You knock down a three, everybody gets excited. You take a charge, everybody gets excited. So I agree. I thought she was a really good spark for us tonight.
There was a couple times, you guys, your offense would get going, but then it kind of cooled down, get stagnant. I think at one point, I kind of totaled 4 shot clock violations in the game. What happened to the offense sometimes?
Well, it's different things. It's not one specific thing. There were a few times that I thought we didn't move the ball well early, and then late we're trying to scramble and get a shot up. I think there was maybe a couple times we weren't exactly aware of the shot clock. So it just different things, and that's where, execution-wise, we can still get better for sure. And that's an area I think you're always working on as a team, as a coach this early in the season. You're always working on that offensive execution to try to minimize some of those plays.
Schedule doesn't get any easier looking ahead to the rest of December. What's the message to the team going forward? You're trying to clean up, but also knowing that you're taking on time.
Yeah, I think again, this may be the time to really emphasize the process more than the outcome. And we're still trying to win. We're going in every game trying to win. But I think bigger picture for us right now is, are we a better basketball team? I think we're better today. I think we come out of that a better basketball team. I think we did enough good things that we can build on it. We've got to back that up and show that in practice this week. And then hopefully we can come out in our next game and maybe play a few more minutes, like I said earlier, focused basketball. And I hope that the players still have a positive outlook after this game.
Is that a difficult balancing act and concern? Because I think we're talking about before, when you play such a tough schedule and you lose a lot of those ball games, the players do lose some losses. You're looking at it as improvements as a program.
Yeah, it's very hard, especially with a team as young as we are. You know, it's something that we've not really had to, you know, I've always been concerned about in years past, but we've always had enough upperclassmen that could see big picture and understood what was still ahead of us. And it's definitely a concern with this young group. And, you know, when you don't have as many upperclassmen that have been there, done that, and know what's ahead of them. You know, so I think that's definitely one of the biggest concerns that I have with this team right now, is that they're able to still stay positive looking forward. They should. Our staff is, because we know how talented they are, and we see what they can become. And that's exciting. We're not there yet, and that's okay. We feel like we can get there.
I guess they can take some comfort knowing that a lot of those losses have just been so far as the games.
Yeah, I think if we'd have had this performance in some of our other games, we're definitely sitting with wins.
You guys worked hard to get back right in that game, end of the second quarter, tied it up, people took the lead, and then they just stopped missing the third quarter. What was happening out there? What allowed them to kind of take charge there in the third?
I mean, I think they're a really good team, and they definitely know how to capitalize on our mistakes, and I think that's something that they did really well in the third quarter. Yeah.
What makes a team like South Dakota so tough to defend?
I don't know.
I mean, me being a post, they're all shooters, so like they're a lot quicker than the average post, and so when they put all guards out there and we have our two posts in, it's just hard to get guards in. And even being shooters doesn't help either.
I think we're also very smart in the fact that they're going to drive and people are going to sink. They have 3 options to kick it to, and they can all shoot the ball, that's for sure.
Danielle, you only had, as a team, 5 3-point attempts in the first half. Ellie had 3 of those. But then, in the fourth quarter, you guys just went nuts from the 3-point line. And Alexa hit like 4 in the last couple of minutes, or the last 5 minutes. Was it a case earlier of not being open for those, or what do you think opened those up for you there late in the game?
I would say, honestly, from my perspective, I just knew, like, we were down, we had to score, and it was almost like something just kind of shut off in my mind, and I just went to play, and I think maybe that's probably what happened with Alexa, and Ellie was hitting them. So I think we were all just very focused in, like, hey, we got to score, like, we're down. Everyone just kind of let their natural, I don't know, take over, I guess.
Is that something you can build on and maybe start firing those threes up earlier?
Yeah, for sure. That's something that we can continue to improve on. I think that also just continues to get better throughout the season as you kind of know each other, how each other's play, or how each other plays, where each other is on the court, and just knowing kind of how to pump each other up and just go out and have fun and play.
As a senior, I mean, you all are going through a lot of adversity right now. You're playing the best teams in the country, it seems like, and you've lost a lot of those games. How difficult is it to, I mean, do you guys say, hey, we know we're a good team, we're getting better all the time, or, but it's gotta be tough when you lose too?
Yeah, I think it can be a little difficult, especially when you look at the record, but each day we kind of go in, we focus on something new. All the teams that we play are very good, but at the same time, we're losing because of our own mistakes. Mistakes that we can definitely fix, we can keep improving on, keep getting better at. So I think a lot of it is each week we're just focusing on ourselves. I personally can name 6 mistakes I made out there today, and so just going to practice tomorrow, just focus on one little thing that I can improve today. The next day, focus on the next thing that I can improve. So I think each of us just kind of focusing on little things and getting better at those, and minimizing our mistakes is what's going to be what's going to make us and keep improving and get better for the season.
What specifically do you guys think you need to work on to improve throughout the season?
Just a little things like maybe next time get that rebound, call safety so we don't get the ball thrown on us. Just honestly little things. We all have like our problems and kinks that we need to fix, and once we figure that out, it's guns blazing. We're going in hot. So yeah.
It looked like early on, there was a real focus of trying to get the ball inside, and it was a very physical game, especially in that first half. Was that part of the game plan, or were you taking what was there?
I wouldn't say a specific game plans, but shoot, we have Jasmine in the post. I mean, if I can throw it to her every time and have her score, I'm gonna do it. I think I'd take her up against almost any post in the country. But I think just anytime we can get the ball in, kicked it out, get it in, have them score, just continue to get the ball in as many people's hands as possible. It really opens up our offense. And I think it's something that, I don't know, pushes our team forward and kind of gives us momentum on the offensive side.
Jasmine, you guys got another top team coming up on Sunday. Indiana hasn't lost yet. And this being your first college season, what kind of conversations are you having to avoid getting too frustrated and trying to take these positives to get better?
John always tells me, like, keep my head up. If you miss that free throw, you're fine. Like, we know you can make them. Them telling me they have trust in me really encouraged me to keep going and to keep my head up. And I also have great teammates who are loving and push me as a freshman